Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have another book box subscription to share with you that's been sent to me for review, and it is one of my absolute favorites. It is of course Authentic Books, which comes in this lovely purple box. I know sometimes, I think they've been changing up their boxes, so I think sometimes the contents haven't all totally fit in there, so I know a couple of you have gotten some plain brown boxes, but when you get these ones, they are so beautiful on the interior. I just love them. I like to turn them inside out and just use them as storage as I use the products, because I like to use the products as I read the book that is included. So let me tell you a little bit about Authentic Books, and then we will talk about this particular box. So this was actually the February box, so it usually takes me a little while. They usually ship towards the end of the month, or if there's a holdup with the publishers or any of the products, it can sometimes be like the first week of the following month. So I think I got this a little bit late, and then of course I like to take the time to read the book whenever I possibly can. So there are 3 different subscription tiers that you can do. There is the mini box, which of course has your book. It has a bookmark, the booklet, which is always really nice because it kind of guides you through it and tells you about the makers that are in there. The candle, which is a scents product, because she is always trying to create this whole experience where you get products that speak to the different 5 senses. And then you also get a playlist, so of course for the sense of hearing. And then in all of these boxes, you guys, they donate part of the proceeds to a great fund. This time it is still going to Adopt a Classroom, so 5% of your membership goes to that foundation, which is awesome. So the mini experience, you guys, is going to be $42 per month, and then plus the shipping, which I think right now is $9.99. And again, these are pretty hefty boxes with the books and the candles and then all of the other products. There's also the full experience, which is $52. You get all of the above, so you get the book, you get the bookmark, the playlist, the candle, but you also get, on top of that, you get 2 touch items, and then you also get a lovely taste item. You get a tea, a coffee, or a cocktail mixer, which I think is really awesome. So 1 touch item in the mini, 2 touch items, of course, in the full, and then 3 touch items in the premium. The premium is $62. You get all of those things: the candle, the book, the drink, whatever concoction, cocktail, coffee, or tea. And then you also get, on top of that, a 3rd touch item. And of course, you also get some chocolate, which is, if you can swing it, I know it's pricey, then I definitely highly suggest that you do that. But let's go ahead and talk about discounts. I do have a discount code for you. It is Noelle10. That will save you 10%. Now, this is the book box that won Best Book Box for the Nobody Awards. Now, if you're new to my channel, we call subscribers, viewers of the channel, Nobots for various reasons. We even have a private Facebook group, which is called the Nobot Nook. And then we started our own book club this year. And because Authentic Books was the winning book box subscription, we decided to use Authentic Books to select our books for this year. So we're just doing quarterly book reads. It's not every single month, but then you have the option of joining our book club and reading along with or without the box. And then of course you can decide which tier if you do decide to get a box. It is really, really fun. This is not one of our book club selections, but when they do come up for selection for a month that we are doing, and I think our next month is going to be April, and we'll be reading it in May once everybody gets their boxes. There are always 3 different choices that you get to select from Authentic Books. There's usually a thriller or mystery, there's usually a contemporary fiction, and then there's usually like a romance. So we do a little poll over in the Nobot Nook to decide what our book club read will be, and that's kind of part of the fun too. And then we do discussions along the way, and Priscilla is our book club princess, queen, everything. She's the most amazing. So if you would like to join, let me know. I would love to have you be a part of that. But the book that I selected was, not surprisingly, a thriller. It was Stone Cold Fox. We got a nice hardcover, which you guys know I definitely appreciate. Here is our lovely tasseled bookmark. I always like that. It's got a quote from the book: "The most fun games are the ones you already know you're going to win," which is definitely very much the voice of the narrator of this book. And then let's take a quick look at our little booklet. So it does say take a peek. Now she's kind of arranged it a little bit differently this time around. In the past, it's been everything that's in the mini, and then everything additional that's in the full, and everything additional that is in the premium. But now it looks like it's more in order, where we have sight, right? Because the book is the sight item. Then the smell, everybody at all 3 tiers gets the candle. And then taste 1 would be the drink. Oh, taste one is the drink. Oh yeah, taste one is the drink, and that's just in the full and premium boxes. Taste two, of course, is just in the premium boxes, the chocolate. And then we have touch 1, 2, and 3. So again, mini, full, and then premium gets all three. So different way. I am also noticing that she didn't have page numbers. Sometimes there are page numbers associated with the gifts where we get how they were inspired, but this time around, not so much. So I won't necessarily read a lot of passages to you, but if I can remember. What's really cool here is that it does have this little banner where it says that it's an exclusive, where the author got to have some input on the item. Then turning the page, we also have our Meet the Makers. So one of the touch items, I'm guessing, Barefoot Venus, created, yes, touch number 3, which is only in the premium boxes. She does a little like story about them. Shop your box if you want to buy products from any of the vendors. Editor's note from Natisha says, we started 2023 with a few bumps with shipping delays with our publishers, but despite that, the year so far has been good to our little team. We've slowed down accepting new members to allow us time to finally organize the studio, hire new staff, and get them trained on our small brand refresh. Have you noticed the changes yet? I have, because she's being really good about communicating with subscribers in terms of having like just little updates and releases on products, and I really appreciate all of those updates. Then we have, of course, the book Cocktail, which is usually what that mixer entails, or you know, you use the mixer if you choose that as your item for that taste item. So this sounds really good. It's a Fleur 75 instead of a French 75. And it's making me happy because it's got vodka and Prosecco instead of gin and Prosecco. And Story eats cucumber sandwiches, very haute, very fancy. Makes me think of having a nice afternoon tea, but there's definitely some fancy people. There's definitely some old money in this story. All right, you guys, we also got a signed book plate by the author, which you know I definitely appreciate, but let's go ahead and read the blurb about the book. So if you are still waiting to read Stone Cold Fox, you might want to hold off. There won't be any spoilers necessarily because I don't see myself reading a passage to you, but just in case, you might want to like wait to watch this. But this is a good way of kind of figuring out if this is the book box that you want. I love ones where, you know, the book definitely inspires the items, but you don't necessarily have to wait to a certain page to use them, because I like to light those candles and eat that chocolate like as soon as the box gets here. So it says, a perfectly wicked debut thriller about an ambitious woman who, after a lifetime of conning alongside her mother, wants to leave her dark past behind and marry the heir to one of the country's wealthiest families. So this definitely had some like White Oleander vibes. It definitely went back and forth in time where you were kind of learning about the reasons the narrator is so conniving and devious and her strange relationship with her con artist mom. But there are definitely some dysfunction going on in a lot of these relationships, which is why it was so enticing. You know, you could definitely see this being turned into a sort of White Lotus-esque sort of series. I could see it being turned into a series. Like any enterprising woman, Bee knows what she's worth and is determined to get all she deserves. It just so happens that what she deserves is to marry rich. Filthy rich. After years of forced instruction by her mother in the art of swindling men, a now solo Bee wants nothing more than to close and lock the door on that sordid partnership so she can disappear safely into old money domesticity, sealing the final phase of her escape. When Bee chooses her ultimate target in the fully loaded, thoroughly dull, and blue-blooded Colin Case, she's ready to deploy all of her tricks one last time. The challenge isn't getting the ring, but rather the approval of Colin's family and everyone else in their 1% tax bracket, particularly his childhood best friend, Gail Wallace Lester. Going toe-to-toe with Gail isn't a threat to an expert like Bee, but what begins as an amusing cat-and-mouse game quickly develops into a dangerous pursuit of the grisly truth. Finding herself at a literal life-and-death crossroads with everything on the line, Bee must finally decide who she really wants to be. Like mother, like daughter? So I found her to be an unlikable narrator, and I kind of wanted her to get her comeuppance at the end, which she did not necessarily. Things kind of worked out for her. I was kind of rooting for Gail. I was kind of rooting for people to find out who she was. We do, like I said, get some reasoning for why she is the way she is, but I was like, y'all need to see the red flags and run from this girl because she is a stone cold fox. All right, you guys, let's talk about the items that we got. So this is the candle. We always get this one. It says, does it still say it's about to get literary? It doesn't. Oh no, how sad. So this was made in with the collaboration of the author. The scent, and they make all their candles in-house, is called Old Money, inspired by Stone Cold Fox, scents of spiced tobacco and black musk. So it just comes in this nice little amber jar. Old Money has notes of sophisticated tobacco and sweet vanilla. It says our candles are always hand stirred and poured in the authentic book studio using non-toxic ingredients. And again, this is in all of the levels of the box. Oh, this actually does it. It has a masculine scent. I was thinking it was going to be like more tobacco-y, but it smells like cologne. It smells like a wealthy old guy's office. I don't know. Like, it smells like cologne. I like it. I think it's good. And it definitely works with the, yeah, I like it. It smells like cologne. It's delightful. All right, so that would be that. For taste number 1, so I usually get the cocktail mixer. You would have gotten the Sunday Morning's white chocolate truffle coffee. Ooh, that sounds good. Or the aesthete tea love potion flavor. I got this cocktail mix, which is different because often we get a bottle with like a flavored mixer. This is from Terraforma. It says for the Fleur French, or the Fleur 75 cocktail. So this says that it's enough for 6+ cocktails, you guys, but you put floral infused vodka. Okay, so you have to find a floral infused vodka. Oh, you infuse the vodka with this. Got it. Fresh lemon juice, simple syrup, and champagne or prosecco. That sounds delightful. Maybe a little sprig of rosemary in that. That sounds awesome. And it sounds like what you would have at a lovely like brunch or an engagement brunch or a shower or something like that. Yes, so I'm excited about that. I probably won't make this before I leave, but hopefully we get some summer weather when I get back from my trip, and this sounds like a delightful thing that you can you infuse your vodka with it. So yes, so you use this blend pack and then you get half a bottle of vodka, or 375 milliliters. You infuse the vodka first. I love that idea, so it's not going to have that kind of fake flavor tasting the way sometimes when you just put like basically Kool-Aid powder into your drinks. I'm like, I don't usually like those kind of cocktail mixes. So I feel like infusing the vodka ahead of time might be the way to go. Love that, because I do like flavored vodkas. All right, now taste number 2. So that would have been in the full and premium boxes. And then the one that's only in the premium boxes is the chocolate, which this is new. This is by Mast. It's the Met. Ooh, tea chocolate. Look how fancy it is. It's got some artwork on there. So it says, a delicious way to support the arts. This cherished partnership with the Metropolitan Museum of Art raises awareness and funds to keep this beloved arts institution going for years to come. So maybe they get to print the artwork on the front. I love that. So it says, it's 4 o'clock. The table is set. The scones and biscuits are out, and the cucumber sandwiches are cut into perfect little triangles. The ritual has begun, but not without a modern twist. Ooh, so there's tea in there. I love that. And then it also tells us that this is an oil on canvas by George A. Oh, it's a gift. It's William McGregor Paxton is the painter. I love that. And that sounds very old money to be sponsoring the Met, to get an invitation to a, not the Met Gala, but a gala. All right, now we have our 3 touch items. So again, 1 touch item in the mini, 2 touch items in the full, and 3 in the premium. So for touch number 1 that was in all the boxes, we got this Escargot Daily Sheet Mask. So it says it's a 5-pack, but we actually only just got the 1. So it says, this is by Lapkos, formulated with anti-inflammatory and antioxidant-rich snail extract. Bleh. The super ingredient helps strengthen the skin barrier. Now, I have seen lots of snail sheet masks, and they still freak me out, you guys. But maybe if I just don't think about it. But they really like emblazoned it there on the package. Then we also got, for touch number 2, this is cute, a little notebook by Bruno Visconti, which is a great stationer. Small notebook. It says, the synergy of sun and moon are unmatched, but for this dark chocolate bar, oh, I think this is the chocolate bar description. So I won't read that because it says that it's a chocolate bar. I wonder if that's the, no, this is a tea one. So I don't have a description, but I think that it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a small notebook with peonies on it, and I love peonies. They're one of my favorite. I was getting really excited about dark chocolate with tart raspberries, though. But how cute. Let's see. Does it have lime? Ooh, look at the inside. That's so pretty. And then it does have lines like that. So that's a cute little notebook. But yes, a little notebook for, you know, something to tell the nanny later. Or I don't know. And then finally, touch number 3 that was only in the premium boxes came in this lovely little box. This is from Barefoot Venus, the featured maker. Everything is sweeter when creamy mango butter melts into sinfully scented bath, leaving your skin totally irresistible. What is this? So, oh, that's cute. It's got all this like packaging. So it says mango butter bath bliss. All right, so it is a bath powder. You can kind of see, but really cute packaging. I am strong. I am confident. I am passionate. I can smell the mango a little bit sneaking through there. I am not a bath girl, so I'll probably pass this on to someone else who can truly, truly enjoy it. But I do love that she works with small businesses. 3 sisters born to work, play, and create together, using Mother Nature's legendary powers to seduce the senses, beautify the body, and help heal the spirit. The philosophy of Barefoot Venus emerged. How cool. It says old-time ingredients consciously crafted to provide serious skin treatments and a wildly angelic experience. So the barefoot comes from because sometimes walking barefoot on the earth is the most spiritual thing you can do, connecting to our precious, plentiful, and purposeful Mother Earth. Venus, because the goddess of love and beauty and the celestial planet so bright and luminous that it outshines all others in the night sky. That is so true. You can always find Venus in the night sky. So just to finish up, you guys, I figured maybe I'll try to find a passage that has to do with old money or the peonies. I think the peonies came into play because she brought peonies to meet Colin's mother because she's passing herself off as Southern, so that's her way. She's saying that she's an orphan, her parents have died, and she's saying that she's Southern, so she like has this like fake Southern accent. I'm like, you're gonna keep up a fake Southern accent for the rest of your life now that you've snared this guy? That seems a bit much, but let's see. So she meets his sisters. Let's see. Hi, she buzzed in that odd East Coast accent of theirs. Wow, Col, she's gorgeous. It was definitely a compliment, but more for Colin's benefit than my own. It's so nice to meet you, Calliope. I held a tasteful bouquet of peonies for the lady of the manor, a gesture that was well suited to my fabricated upbringing in the South, but Calliope snatched them from me. How was the drive? Colin and I followed Calliope into the house, the two of them making idle chit-chat about traffic and the annoyance of other drivers on the road. She had the kind of skinny ankles with a protruding Achilles tendon that suggested Calliope towed the line between naturally thin and disordered eating. She led us into the front parlor and took a big whiff of the flowers before she flopped onto a cream chaise, her skirt flouncing along with her. Mom and Dad should be out in a sec, and Chloe isn't even here yet. She's always late, Calliope explained to me, finally making direct contact. So yes, that's the world she's found herself in, and she is happy about it. But in the meantime, she wants to create trouble with Gail, his best friend, and then there's a guy who comes along who she finds attractive, and she almost ruins it all. And you know, she's hard to root for. She's hard to root for. So let's hear a little bit about. So let's see. Of course, they all went to Ivy Leagues. Let's see who's talking. Oh, so Gail's talking to her right now. Let me put it this way. The cases don't want someone like you on their family tree. It's only a matter of time before they all find out the truth and the whole thing gets called off, Gail sneered. These people, their legacies, their traditions. All for what? A perceived sense of superiority to lord over the rest of us? How jejune. The cases should be so lucky to have someone like me in their family. Couldn't they see I was a star? I could be a real asset to them. But they would always be blind to that, wouldn't they? The only language they spoke was money. Meanwhile, Gail truly believed Colin was her birthright. Her imagined stake in Colin wasn't just personal, it was practically patriarchal, running deep in her bones. Not only would she not have Colin, but someone like me was going to get him, an affront like no other. I hated to admit it, but perhaps I'd underestimated her, how far she might go. So yes, Gail has done some investigating to find out a little bit more about B. Of course, that's not even her real name. But I did like this one. I knew there were going to be twists and turns. I was really hoping that she was going to get it at the end, but kind of all worked out for her, in all honesty. But it was a good one, especially for a debut novel, so I'm hoping to see some more from this author. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the box and all of the goodies inside, except for maybe the bath salts, the bath bomb there, but I will definitely be passing that on to someone who will enjoy it. But you guys let me know if you read this book or if you've tried authentic books, what your favorite item that you'd be most excited to try in this box was, and let's actually have a secret password. Let's have it be peony. Peony is the secret password, so when you come across a secret password, you want to enter it along with your contact information in the Google form linked below in the description box. At the end of the month, actually the second week of May, I will be selecting a few winners to receive mystery boxes as my way of saying thank you for watching. You have to be 18 years or older, you have to be subscribed to my channel, not necessarily publicly, and then you do have to have a US or Canadian mailing address. I might not be sending boxes to Canadians, but rather gift cards this time around. And just remember, it's not affiliated with any of the boxes here on the channel or YouTube, just my way of saying thank you. So today's secret password is peony. I'll see you all very soon in my next unboxing.